Good morning. So just an update for October and the announcements for November. I'm going to try to keep this as short and concise as possible. Thank you for putting up with me. So October had some delays, different things. And so I'm still waiting on the buttermilk, the dried milk, and the Mylar bags. The Mylar bags I'm trying to source again because my previous supplier has went out of them. They don't know when they're going to get them back in. So I will keep you advised on those specific products. But there's a few of you where I do have your orders ready to go, and I will be sending you out text notifications when it's ready for pickup. So be looking for those. I won't be putting an update generally on Facebook saying, hey, everybody, your order's ready. This month I'm going, and probably in the future, I'll be sending out just text messages on a customer by customer basis. If you ever have any questions about your order status, etc., just text me and I'll let you know, hey, I've got this all in. You're welcome to come pick it up, but I'm waiting on this product, kind of a thing. All right, so just to throw out the price warning, the things that I have on the website that are for pre-order, those prices may fluctuate, and I will be 100% honest that as we get closer to actually buying those things, if there's a huge price increase, I'll let you know about it. But prices are starting to hike up all over the place, and November's not supposed to be pretty. So I'll keep you informed. But for right now, I've tried to source out some of the most urgent products and the best ones that shouldn't fluctuate too much in price. All right. The Azure supply is where I'm ordering the buttermilk. This was a new one to me. I had never heard of Azure Standard. It's kind of like a Costco on wheels. So they have semi trucks going all over the place, and they have specific drop-off locations. If we get enough traction here, we can have a drop-off here in Malta or Sublet, closer to the freeway. But for right now, the closest one is Heyburn. And so they have great bulk, like nuts, seeds, flours, baking products, frozen. I mean, they have lots of different things, and they really try to focus in on like organic and things like that. And so anyway, the cutoff, which the semi comes through to this drop-off point every 2 to 4 weeks. And so the cutoff is quickly approaching. So this is like the most time sensitive one. If you want to place an order, you would go ahead and create an account on the Azure Standard. I'll show you that in a minute. The Azure Standard website, place your order, and then I can pick it up for you. Or you can pick it up yourself in Heyburn. So it's when the semi comes, you have like just a little time frame to be there, or else they move on and sell your goods to someone else. So it's, I don't know, it's a little bit inconvenient, but I've got that all scheduled out. So I will be able to pick up my order. And if anybody else wants me to pick up their order as well, go ahead and place it and let me know that I'm picking up your order and what it is, etc. And I can get that done for you. So let me show you the Azure Standard website really quick. All right, so this is azurestandard.com. So you go into the shop, you can search for food, beauty, household, nutritional, all of that kind of stuff. Some of the stuff that I'm ordering right now for me personally, I'm making my own chicken feed mix. So during the winter, my ladies don't do as well on the layer pellets. And so they like the corn and seeds and kind of a scratch mix. And so I make that myself by buying bulk here through Azure. So for example, like corn, you can see that there's many different varieties and everything. But the one that I am doing is, I think it's for animal or something. Yeah, animal feed. So yellow corn, animal feed, organic. So you can get human food, animal food, all that kind of stuff. So with that, I'm getting like sunflower seeds, flax seeds, millet, oat groats, different things like that. Anyway, so that's AsYourStandard.com. If you're interested, go ahead and place your order there and I can pick it up for you. As far as our November products, we are doing bullions and soup bases and kind of the staples like cornstarch, baking soda, baking powder, and everything. So let's go over to the website. Let me show you that again. So if you look here, maltaidaho.org, you'll go over to the bulk buy club and click on it. And here's going to be the information. I'll update that later today with a new video, etc. But you can click on the shop button there, or there is a shop button up in the top underneath the bulk buy club. So here's the product page. I have some stuff from previous months on there as well. If you want to just look at November, you'd click on this November button here to filter it down. So baking powder, baking soda, these ones are both at Winco is the best price. So it's by the bulk. But if you are wanting for long-term storage and you want the container that it comes in, Walmart's probably your best bet, and you can just go and buy it there. But if you're wanting to buy in bulk, I'm going to be doing that through Winco, and the price is by the pound. The bullions kind of vary, but beef and chicken are both the best price through Webstaurant store. And so that one is also by the pound. It's a great deal, a lot better than anything here local or Walmart. Cornstarch, on the other hand, there's a couple different variations here that are possible for you. So there's the loose by the pound that you can do, or by the box at US Foods in Twin. So if you'd like it in the box, I totally understand, but that's going to be $1.05 per pound, or yeah, because the box is a pound, but it's a lot cheaper loosely packed by the pound here. So I would place it into 1 or 2 pound baggies kind of thing for you, and it figures out to 47 cents a pound. So that's a killer of a deal through Webstaurant store. Tomato bullion here, the cheapest place is Walmart. The other places are not even close. So tomato bullion at Walmart, and you can place your order there. I'll pick that up. And vegetable bullion, I'm not sure why that's missing an image. I'll get that one on there. But this one is only available through Webstaurant store, and it's a really good deal per pound there. Very much comparable to the beef and chicken. Another thing that is super time sensitive, we only have 1 week to close out the orders on this. I got involved in a seed buying program. And so it goes for 1 week. And so this closes October 31st. I will be actually submitting the order November 1st. So, I mean, if you straggle in a little bit later, that'll be fine. But orders close October 31st for seeds and herbs. So this heirloom vegetable seeds, there's 2 different ones. There's vegetable seeds and then there's herb seeds. This vegetable, we can see here, it lists out what varieties of each of these things there are. And this emergency survival garden pack can plant over an acre of food with all of these different things. All of these seeds come from Utah, so they're winter hardy. Well, I mean, like, they're not going to overwinter, but I mean, they do well in colder climates. Beef steak, black beauty zucchini, sugar pie pumpkins. I mean, these are really great hardy ones. These are packaged in 2021. They have a 98 to 99% purity. And like I said, they're all from farms in Utah. So that is the vegetable pack, and that is $22. Killer of a deal. The shipping is going to be free with that and everything. And then the herbs is, just kind of all of your standards and some more. Basil, chives, thyme, etc. Down below, you can see a listing of all of the different kinds there. So like the basil, it's an Italian large leaf. Parsley is the Italian flat. And so that pack of garden seeds, herb seeds, is $19. So these are great. And what they said that they recommended with these is that try to get more than just one pack. So the reason being, one pack to experiment with. So as you're planting your garden, you know, maybe you have a black thumb and one year you plant stuff and it doesn't quite go, but you have one pack to experiment with. And if you kill things or whatever, but these are all heirloom seeds, so you can practice saving the seeds off of the crops that you're planting, etc. So one pack to experiment with, one pack for storage, one pack to trade and barter. So if things get really bad and prices spike up, maybe you might be able to trade some seeds with someone else. And so one pack to barter with, and then one pack to give away to friends and family in the these are emergency seed packs, right? So that's kind of assuming that worst case scenario kind of thing. But anyway, so they recommended to buy 4 packs, but you know, it's just sold by the pack. You can choose how many you want there, but it's a killer of a deal. And with this, we need to buy at least 110 packs in order to lock in this pricing. But I think we can easily do that with our bulk buy club here. And, you know, I'll be buying some extra ones so that we can share those and everything. So seeds, that one closes October 31st. That's one of the biggest priorities because it's very time sensitive. These other ones, the majority, like the bullions and all of that kind of stuff, is going to close, you know, in November. There's not like a super hard deadline on it, but you know, the sooner the better, so that we can keep things organized. All right, what else do we got? Flour sack towels. All right, so a few of you have requested flour sack towels. I was already purchasing them, and so I was like, okay, let's go ahead and do a bulk buy. So there's 2 different weights that we are going to look at. Let me show you those really quick. All right, so the first one is the lightweight, and it is 28 inches by 29 inches. So you can see how big this is. This is going to be kind of like a cheesecloth alternative, like if you're needing to strain jams and jellies, if you're making your own yogurts and cheeses, it's an excellent cheesecloth kind of alternative here. The cheesecloths are more disposable, and so these are long-lasting, many different uses. They're highly absorbent flour sack towels. So you can see kind of the size. This is folded in quarters. It's a pretty big, good size for putting in a colander and straining out the juices. So that's the lightweight one. The heavyweight one, on the other hand, is hopefully you can kind of see the difference in opacity there. But this one is the heavyweight one. It's quite a bit thicker. You could still use it to strain out your juices, but this one's more of kind of for wrapping forks and knives and a little bit fancier presentation. But again, it's highly absorbent. And I have these out in my garage. You're more than welcome to come and feel them, check them out. So those are those 2. And I've got samples of all of this company's different ones. So you can see the mid-weight, the tea towel. I love this tea towel one. It's a very nice fabric. I actually might add that one to the list. Yeah, I probably will. I'll put this one on the list as well. So this tea towel, it's just irregular. So they use this off of the scraps, and then they sew in a loop up at the top. But it's a much nicer, thicker fabric. This one, it's not going to be used for straining very much. This one's more of just a kitchen towel, multi-purpose. But it's irregular, so you never know kind of what sizes you're getting, but they're a heck of a lot cheaper. So I will put that on there as well. They have some in the natural, so you can see the color difference, white versus the natural fibers. Anyway, I'll have those all out in the garage in a drawer so that you can check those out and feel them. I'm a very tactile person. I need to see it before I buy. Lots of bulk on it. What else do we got? Let's do the laundry mix. So I am making the laundry mixes in the 5-gallon buckets. I think I had talked about that in a previous video, but this is the custom laundry mix. It's going to be sold by the 5-gallon bucket for $50. And you can see all of the information. I have a spreadsheet to calculate the mixes and what goes into them, all the ingredients. If you wanted to do it yourself, you're more than welcome to. But kind of the lessons learned, the price points, etc. I love this a lot better than liquid detergents. Liquid detergents have never worked for me. They're very expensive, useless things. So I really love powdered. And when I was on my mission in Mexico, we used the pink Zote bars and the Blancas Nieves, the Ariel. There's many different things that I've learned along the way that get stains out very well. But you only need about 2 tablespoons per load. So this bucket is going to last a family of 4 about a year or more if you're doing 2 to 3 loads a week. In an emergency situation, this does a lot better than liquid soap as well. With this, if you're wanting to get out stains out of like your collar or your sleeves for guys, I don't know, this is my mission talking. But anyway, this powder right here with the pink Zote shreds is amazing for getting things back to their white, but it does require some action. So you put the granular on there, kind of get it a little bit wet, and then work that collar just a little bit, and the stains come right out. Anyway, I can't swear by it enough. And so it's a very cheap, economical way to bulk up on that laundry, and this comes with the bucket. So anyway, just throwing that out there if people wanted to buy that or not. We talked about seeds, talked about that. Let's talk about the religious stuff really quick. So if you're not into religious projects, that's totally fine. I have 2 different things that I'm going to explain, and then I'm going to go to the buckets and take you out into the garage. So the first one is the Sacrament Kits. So this is a 3D printed Sacrament Kit that forget that the camera's up here. So it's portable, and so you take out the handle, and this is the water tray. You take out the handle, put it in there. If you got your bread tray, and both of the handles are located here in the water tray. This one, put that in there. And you have your little water things that are washable. It's not dishwasher safe. You have to hand wash it. But you have your little sacrament trays. If we're ever in lockdown again, a lot of people found that they really would like a tray. And so this company is great. It's based out of Las Vegas, and they do bulk orders. So normally they have different sizes of trays. So the size that is a 6-cup, an 8-cup, and a 10-cup. And so this is the 10-cup. This is the biggest one. And the prices are $20, $30, and $40. But with the bulk buy, we get 15% off. We have to order 10 kits. So if you'd like one of those, I've got all 3 sizes on there, and we can get those for you. All right, the next religious thing is the Book of Milton. So this is my own little personal project, but it's a free PDF for anyone that wants it. I really wanted to study all of President Nelson's talks and devotionals and Ensign articles all in one place, all formatted similar. And so it was just a personal project for me. I'm sharing it as a free PDF for anyone else that wants to study it. But I had a lot of requests from a lot of my friends that wanted an actual printed version so that they could take notes and study and write in it, kind of thing, because I did format it for wide margins. So very limited time. I'm only doing one of these. I found a good company that can give me some good, cheap copies. And anyway, so one time only. The orders need to be in by this Wednesday, October 27th. If you're a little bit late, that's fine. But like October 27th is when I'd really like to have this order in and place it. And that is for the printed copies of both of these. They are spiral bound. And so this is the Book of Milton, books 1 through 4. And so this goes from like book 1 is the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Book 2 is the 90s, 2000s, and then 2000 to 2017 when he became the prophet. And so 5th Milton is its own separate volume, mainly because the spiral is too big. It needed to be split out, and we're going to be adding to this as President Nelson gives more talks. So this one is the 5th Nelson, and that is everything since he's become prophet. And these are anything that he's delivered to a public audience. It's not going to be regional devotionals and stuff like that, but anything, any TV appearances, interviews, anything to a public general audience. I have formatted it here. Went through with wide margins, included any footnotes, and that's not a great example because my toner ran out on that page. It'd be darker, and anyway. But let me show you the title page here for Nelson. I formatted it so that it looks just like our scriptures. So chapter and verse, and everything with all of the footnotes down at the bottom. Anyway, you can see better examples there on the website, and you can place those orders, but they need to be in like pretty soon. If you miss the deadline, you'll just have to print it out yourself. I do have a binding machine in my home that I can bind things, but I'm not going to go through all of that work on printing reams of paper at a time. So anyway, now back to the water filtration system. Okay, so this is a do-it-yourself Berkey water filtration system. It's using 2 5-gallon buckets. It has a spigot here, and inside the top one is the 2 water filters. So you pour water in the top one, and then it filters down into here so that you can use it. I use this to water my plants. I use, I forget that I'm using the external camera here. I use it for any kind of recipes that require that filtered water. It's so handy. I use it for drinking water. I have a lot of sediment in my water. If you can see down in the bottom here, there's a lot of sand that gets filtered out there. But I'm building these. A Berkey water filtration system that's half this size, half this water capacity, is retailing for $430. And I can build this for just under $100. And so anyway, if anybody wants me to build them one, you can check out on the website, and I will make that for you. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, so let me kind of take you on a tour out through the garage. So if you're not familiar with the process yet, we can take a look at that. All right, so out in my garage, you can walk in the door, make yourself at home. If you want to open the garage door and to make things easier on you, go ahead. Sometimes the garage door kind of catches, so you have to wiggle it back and forth sometimes, but rarely. Anyway, inside the totes is where you'll find your order sheet with your name on it and what you've ordered. Make sure to go ahead and check that as you're unloading to make sure I got everything in there for you. Anything that's out there is available for sale as long as it's on the website and in stock there. It's not in somebody's tote, right? If it's on the shelves, on the floor too. I'm trying to get everything up off the floor. I just barely went shopping and haven't unloaded and packed those things away yet. So here's like the the Wi-Fi password if you need to connect to Wi-Fi. I know that some of you don't have good service down here in Malta, so you can use that. Then you can click on the QR code on that poster up above, and that goes right to the website where you can purchase and do your transaction there. If there's anything that you had missed that you would want to pick up while you're here to add to your order, just go online, check out with it so it takes it out of my quantity, and then you can Venmo me or put the money down below in one of the drawers in that money bag there. Anyway, the drawers are full of quick ties, plastic baggies, Sharpies, pens, and everything. If you are doing cash or check, I would ask that you would write it down in that notebook there, that register, so that I remember about it and keep track of it, kind of thing. But yeah, so hopefully I haven't checked the timestamp on this. Maybe it's longer than the first one, but anyway, that's a quick rundown of where we're at with October and where we're headed for November. Anyway, thank you all.